Welcome to the Business Administration Podcast. Hello, I'm Dr. Leslie Sukup, and thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be discussing good listening. And as I talk to others academically, professionally, socially, many people believe that they are good listeners. But as we start to peel back that onion, we discover that they're really maybe not the best listeners, and there's areas where they can improve. This is across the board. This is something that we have to work at. Good listening does not come naturally. Even though we have two ears and one mouth, oftentimes we try to interject and add our thoughts into the mix as opposed to truly listening to others. As you incorporate good listening techniques into your life and work on them becoming a habit, becoming second nature to you, you're going to notice that you're probably going to have less conflict in your lives, because a lot of the conflict is from miscommunication. And oftentimes that is from not truly listening to what that other individual is trying to relay to you. Also, another benefit to good listening techniques is that our relationships with others are drastically improved. These are your work relationships, your personal relationships, your social relationships, and having others that you can talk to, confide in, is truly a great thing, because as you improve the social network, that is another area that can help reduce stress in your life. And obviously, mitigating conflict or reducing it is another way of removing stress from your life. And anytime that you can minimize stress or help reduce it, that is truly priceless, because that means that we're going to lead more productive and happier lives. So let's jump into how can we improve our listening and truly incorporate good listening practices. Well, the first is, as you are talking to someone or as someone is sharing information with you, be present. Be present in the moment. Give them your full attention and make sure that you are attending with genuine interest. If you are watching TV or listening to the radio or working on your computer, try to turn yourselves, lower the volume on whatever distracting sound there may be, and give that person your full attention. Connect with their eyes and really become part of that conversation that's taking place. You want to be responsive to what that other individual is sharing. And what I mean by that is you are communicating, not interrupting, but you are communicating with your nonverbals. Hold back your thoughts until that individual has stopped sharing or has come to a natural pause in the conversation. Don't try to interject or interrupt that person, because at that point, it could completely sidetrack that conversation and you're going to miss out on what that other person was about to share with you. The next item with good listening practices is to truly care about that person. I mean, they're coming to you and they're sharing information for a reason. And that is something to be appreciative of. Yes, they may not be sharing the best information, or maybe they are complaining about something, but when you get down to the heart of it, they're coming to you. They're coming to you for a reason. And that might be maybe they value your opinion. Maybe they think highly of you, or maybe you are the boss and you are the natural person that people will come to you. But care about that person, what they are sharing. And that is going to help improve that relationship because they're going to see that you care. And that may actually lead to this individual complaining less in the future. And I already hinted about this, but as you are listening, make sure that you are not interrupting. It is really important that what that individual has to share come out. You don't want to interrupt or interject your thoughts and derail that progress. Let them speak. When it comes to a natural pause, at that point, you can ask a question. And that leads me to my final point in practicing good listening is to encourage the other person to share more or to expand upon what they have mentioned to you. And here's where I like to use my rule of three. As this person is sharing information with you, and you get to that natural pause in the conversation where you can ask a question, ask 3 questions. Questions are a great way of showing that you care about the person, that you are being responsive to what they are sharing, and that you are genuinely interested in the conversation. Plus, asking at least 3 questions is going to get that other person to say more. And it might lead to some profound insights happening. It could lead to some innovation, some discoveries. It could lead to another blossoming friendship. But if you ask at least 3 questions, you're guaranteed to be showing at least you're interested in what this individual has to share. Now, as they are sharing information to you, if it's a problem, they may not necessarily need you to solve it. Sometimes people just need to talk. I can tell you that quite a few times throughout my career, I've had people come into my office and just sit down and chat with me. And they've had problems that are weighing heavily on them, but they didn't want me to solve their problems. They just needed to chat, vent, get it out there, and get it off their chest. And then after 10, 15 minutes, they would stand up and they would say, "Thank you. Thanks for listening to me. I just needed to get this off my chest. I feel so much better now." And it's amazing how that works, where I was there for them. I was actively listening to what they were sharing. I was showing that I cared with my nonverbals by turning away from other distractions, minimizing the volume or shutting it off on maybe my computer or some other device, and then engaging in that conversation. When there were natural pauses, I would ask questions. And if you happen to be uncertain about what this individual wants you to do, That could be one of your questions. Do you need help solving this problem? Or potentially, what would you like me to do? And they will tell you. That other individual will share with you what they really want out of you, out of this conversation. But I promise you, uh, the more that you put into these good listening practices and start to add these to your toolkit, your toolbox per se, the better you're going to become at listening, and your relationships with others are going to improve tremendously. Until the next time, be safe and be well.